As we start our way eastward through some very up and down isolated country, we come to the town of Oatman at an elevation of 2,700 feet in the Black Mountains. Oatman was once the last stop in Arizona for those heading west into the dreaded Mojave Desert in California. In 1851, the Army sent Lieutenant Sitt Graves to lead an exploration team across this area. He crossed the Black Mountains at Union Pass. And in 1857, another officer, Lieutenant Edward Beale, started in Zuni, New Mexico, was sent to lay out a road reaching the Colorado River. And he did, about 6 weeks later. Bill was authorized by the federal government to take 25 camels to be tested for use in the desert. They were going to be used for mail delivery, much like the Pony Express, and they carried cannons for the cavalry. Well, they didn't work out so well. American soldiers spoke more horse than camel. By that time, there were about 400 camels. When they were sold, the buyer was required to catch them. There was a massacre of an immigrant party in 1858, causing about 500 soldiers to be posted at Camp Colorado, soon to be renamed Fort Mojave. But pretty soon, mining was the main draw. Prospectors were looking for gold in their hills. Mining was firmly established by 1900, and on June 24, 1909, the post office was moved to Blue Ridge Camp, renamed Oatman. The road through town became a federally designated highway in 1926 and given the number 66. It was the main thoroughfare from Chicago to Los Angeles. The 1950s began a freeway system bypassing Oatman with a new 66 alignment in October of 1952. When that happened, the town saw a whole bunch of businesses close. Yet, the town lives on. It's been rediscovered by droves of history buffs and those just looking for some of the fun and history and simple life once lived by the folks who settled in Oatman.
Hi, I'm Jackie Rowland, and this is Oatman, Arizona, and I've been here about 25 years. Came to visit someone and just stayed and ended up with my own stores and found out about Route 66. I'm from up in Washington State, so I really didn't know anything about it.
The story of Olive Oatman is another part of this fascinating tale. The town of Oatman was named for this courageous lady. On March 14th or 15th of 1851, she was traveling with her family, and they were approached by a group of around 19 Indians wielding clubs. The Indians attacked the family, killing the father, mother, and 4 of the children. Olive at the time was 13. Her sister was 7 and later died of maltreatment. But one brother, Lorenzo, a little older, he was left for dead. But he survived and eventually got word back of this awful event. And years later, in 1855, Lorenzo read in a Los Angeles newspaper that an American woman had been traded by a man from the Mojave Indians and was at Fort Yuma. So he went there and he brought her home. She eventually married a man, moved to Texas, spent her years lecturing about her adventure. But she had been tattooed on her face by her captors. Present-day Oatman has many great attractions for the visitors. There are restaurants and gift shops, bars, daily shootouts on the main street. There are always resident donkeys who are happy to be fed by anyone with a handout. But like anywhere, some are camera shy.